We'll start by laying everything out with the bolt heads on the ends of the tubes facing out. Once we've got that laid out, we can go ahead and start getting our bolts threaded in just slightly. We'll do this on both tubes, connecting the T-tracks to each side. Once both ends of the T-track are connected to the tubes, we can go back with a 5mm hex key or impact wrench and tighten those down all the way. In another video, we'll be showing how to attach the Onefinity CNC to the quick change wasteboard frame. To attach the legs, we're going to first slide a block of wood underneath the table that is flipped upside down, and we'll start by removing the outermost bolt on that side of the frame. With that removed, we can slide it back in through the brackets on our leg and back through the foot of the QCW frame, keeping that held in place while we remove the other bolt, then slide it through the bracket and the foot of the frame as well. Then we can attach those with our 5mm hex key and our 10mm wrench. By following this order of operations, we make sure that everything for the QCW frame and the leg brace stay aligned while we're installing it. After that, we'll remove that block and we'll move to another corner, repeating this process, first removing the outside bolt with our 5mm hex key and 10mm wrench, then sliding that bolt back through the brackets on the leg and through the foot of the QCW frame. The tolerance on these holes is very tight, so if it is a bit difficult to get through, you can use your driver and your hex key to thread that through the foot of the QCW frame. Here we're putting our second bolt in before we secure those back in place with the lock nuts that we've removed just a moment ago. Once we've done that, we'll remove that block and we'll move to our next corner, repeating this process 2 more times, just the same as we did on the first 2 legs. Here again, we're removing the outermost bolt first, pulling that out, sliding our leg into place, aligning everything, and reinstalling that bolt straight through the braces of the leg and the foot of the QCW before removing the second bolt, pivoting that leg into place, and securing it. One thing I'll point out here is you see the heads of the bolts facing the front or back of the QCW depending on where you're working. I have mine oriented so the heads of the bolts all face outwards just to give it a cleaner look. It won't matter or affect the function of the QCW, but you will want to make these match up if you want it to look nice and clean. Once we're done, we're going to remove that block. And now we have all 4 legs attached to the QCW, so we can flip it back up on its legs. Here I like to tilt it up halfway, then use my foot to hold it in place while gently lowering it down to the ground. The first thing we're going to do is install the diagonal brace brackets. These brackets are the only brackets that are not pre-installed, and they're very easy to line up since the bracket and the brace are at an angle. It will only go on in one direction. We're going to place our bolts through the bracket and the brace and secure them with our 10mm lock nuts. With those brackets installed, we're now going to change our focus to the back right corner of our QCW fixed stand frame, and we're going to install our diagonal braces. Start with the 14mm socket and 14mm crescent wrench, and we're going to remove the lock nuts from the top of the leg so that we can mount our diagonal braces. You'll notice that the bracket on one end is offset to match up with the bolts that are already there on the frame. We'll align those accordingly, and once we have it in place, we can secure our lock nuts back onto our bolts. After we've got those hand tight, we will follow that back up again with our 14mm crescent wrench and socket, securing them all the way. Moving from the back right corner to the front left corner, we're going to repeat this process. This time, instead of going back to front, we're going front to back with our other diagonal brace. Once again, we'll get those hand tight, then we'll follow that up with our 14mm crescent wrench and socket to secure those in place. After securing the top half of our diagonal brackets, we will now install our horizontal braces along the front and back of our QCW fixed stand. First, remove the existing bolts holding the braces that go from front to back along the legs. We're going to replace these with longer bolts. Once we have our longer bolts in hand, we can now start by placing one bolt in one of the holes on the front brace for the QCW fixed stand. Then we'll move to the other side and secure that in place, making sure that everything lines up correctly. With those first two bolts hand tight, we can now follow back up with our driver and the remaining bolts to secure it in place, making sure that the cross braces on the left and right side are not twisted. Next, we're going to secure our diagonal braces to our horizontal braces along the front using the included bolts and our low profile lock nuts. Using the larger diameter holes along the front brace, we're now going to insert our bolts and align those with the bracket on our diagonal brace. Once we have those held in place, we can install our low profile 14mm lock nut and secure those hand tight. With both of those installed hand tight, we can now follow up with our 14mm crescent wrench and socket to make sure that they are snug. After installing the front brace, we're going to repeat this process on the back, again first removing the existing bolts that hold the side braces. Once again, we're not going to be reusing the bolts that we've just removed. We're going to be replacing them with these longer bolts. So we'll use these longer bolts to secure the right side of the back brace in place, just getting that hand tight before moving to the left side and aligning this one as well. With that hand tight, making sure that we don't have any twisted braces on either side, we can follow up with our 5mm hex driver and secure all 4 bolts in place. After that, we're going to place our bolts through the larger diameter holes and secure the diagonal bracket in place. With those bolts supporting the diagonal bracket, we're going to install our low profile 14mm locking nuts, then use our crescent wrench and 14mm socket to secure them. At this point, all of the required steps for installing your heavy duty lug kit are completed. If you choose, you have an optional bottom shelf that you can install using 2x4s and a sheet. The 2x4 lengths are 42 inches for the Woodworker and Journeyman and 58 inches for the Foreman. You're going to use wood screws to secure them in place with the pre-drilled holes available along the front and back braces. You can cut a sheet down to size with the dimensions shown in this video, then use countersunk holes and screws to secure that sheet in place, giving you an extra storage shelf.